Are you afraid of Darkseid? Number 1. Gather around the fire, fellow campers, because it's time for the most terrifying of traditions. Campfire stories so scary you'll never sleep without a nightlight again. The Teen Titans guide those brave enough through tales of Batman and the Hidden Killer, Superman and Lois Lane and the Killer in their back seat, Harley Quinn and Darkseid versus a furious Bloody Mary, and 4 more stories so hair-raising you'll call your mama to come pick you up. So toast your marshmallows, pull up a s'more, and answer the only question that matters this Halloween. Are you afraid of Darkseid? Soul Plumber? Number 1. From the creators of the last podcast on the left, exorcism just got a whole lot easier. After attending a seminar hosted in a hotel conference room by a mysterious group called the Soul Plumbers, Edgar Wiggins, disgraced former seminary school student, discovers what he thinks is the secret to delivering souls from the thrall of Satan. But after stealing the blueprints and building the machine himself out of whatever he can afford from his salary as a gas station attendant, Edgar misses the demon and instead pulls out an interdimensional alien with dire consequences for all of mankind. Arkham City, The Order of the World, Number 1. The Joker's attack on Arkham Asylum left the long-standing Gotham establishment in ruin. Most of the patients killed or missing and only a handful of surviving staff, a few nurses, a gravely injured security guard, and 1 doctor. In the chaos of the assault, it is believed that several of the asylum's patients escaped and scurried off into the dark nooks and crannies of Gotham City. Now these Arkhamites walk among us, and it's up to the asylum's one remaining doctor, Jocasta Joy, to round up her former patients. Meet these Arkhamites, a woman with no face, a piggy in search of perfection, a man who feels nothing and burns everything, a woman who must devour life to save herself, a man unfit for the waking world who looks instead for Wonderland, a body with more than one soul, a being unbound from time who lives in the present and the past, a boy who seeks the comfort of vermin, and the twisted man who sees them all for who they are, and witness the avenging angel who stalks them. This fall, join writer Dan Waters and artist Danny on an odyssey through the deepest depths and darkest shadows of Gotham City, and find all new reasons to fear the night. Dirtbag Rapture, Number 1. She's stoned, she's selfish, she's all that stands between us and the end of the world. Where do you go when you die? Kat, a stoner with a flexible moral code, can answer that, and the answer is not very far. Unfortunately for Kat's peace of mind, a near-death experience has left her with the ability to see and hear ghosts, as well as take them into her mindscape so she can bring them to locations of their choosing, essentially playing a transporter to the deceased. But when Kat discovers she's the key to a demonic plan to screw up the whole world, she's forced to take an active role in the battle between good and evil, and she's not thrilled about it. Out, Number 1. In the waning days of World War II, with the Allies advancing, a desperate Nazi officer unearths an ancient force of evil that he hopes will turn the tide of battle: a vampire. To test the power of his secret weapon, he unleashes the monster on an unsuspecting group of Allied POWs. It's up to Nakona, a Comanche language expert, to communicate with the vampire to find out what it really wants. Chicken Devil, Number 1. Mitchell Moss is about as regular as it gets. He's married with 2 children and co-owns a successful chain of Memphis hot chicken restaurants. It's not the life that screams hero or vigilante until he discovers that his business partner is in bed with the mob and owes them $2 million. Unfortunately, Mitch is ill-equipped to be badass. He's just a guy who makes really good chicken. Can he protect his family from cold-blooded gangsters? Absolutely not. But maybe the Chicken Devil can? The Amazing Spider-Man number 75. Beyond Chapter 1, Test Drive. Amazing Spider-Man is back to Thrice Monthly because this story is just pure jet fuel. Ben Reilly has returned to New York City and has fully taken back the mantle of Spider-Man. But what does that mean for Peter Parker? The greatest team of web writers has come together with the most epic arachnid artists ever assembled to bring you a spider story that will shake up Spider-Man's 59th year in ways you cannot predict. Deadpool, Black, White, and Blood, number 3. The worst convent in the world, the Bet, and the Perfect Ones. Your cup runneth over with blood. Jay Baruchel and Paco Medina are bringing you a story so insane we refuse to even talk about it. Frank Thierry and Takashi Ozaki are going to give you some sweet Deadpool versus Bullseye. Stan Sakai tells the age-old parable, how the Deadpool got his swords. Dark Ages, number 2. It has been years since the age of technology ended in a single moment, like a switch had been flicked to off for an entire planet. Now Earth's heroes attempt to bring humanity together in the darkness. X-Men and Avengers, vigilantes and villains all work together to create something better, but something darker than the night is descending on the world. Our post-apocalyptic world is about to face apocalypse.